I can't believe you've done that, you in. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to a brand new episode of Gran Turismo 2. Now as you'll hear, the music is a lot quieter. The music in this game is only one option basically. I said last time that we were going to mess with the music, turn it down a little bit. The effects are still as loud as they were before, but the music is more faded into the background, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit better. There's still a bit of background noise there. I couldn't have it completely silent without it, so here we are. What we are going to do is look at the cars that we won, because we started the Super Touring Cup last time round. So exciting to be in that championship, and we are currently in our Nissan Primera, i.e. Infiniti G20. Let's see what we've won, shall we? Right, okay. Interesting. I do like them, but no use for that whatsoever. Bye-bye. This, however, could be quite interesting. Let's see. Rear wing is horrible. Exhaust is disgusting. Not so interested in that either, I'm afraid. Bye-bye. 13,750 credits. Boom. So we've still got our Laguna. Let's actually check the power difference, because I can't remember what power our Primera had. 328 brake horsepower in the Primera. Sort of what Super Tourers would have had. I think the Laguna's like 380. Yeah, 380 on the dot, actually. So the Laguna, much faster. Something that we're going to do for a bit of fun, though, is we're going to get a brand new car for this next race in the Super Touring Cup. So that's quite a fun way of going through them on this list that you're going to see now. I will just quickly go to the dealership and buy it, and you will have it on your screen in just a moment when we start the next race. So the third race of this championship is taking place at Laguna Seca. Not a circuit we've done too well at before. However, I've just realised that we've spent over £500,000 on just these 3 touring cars, which is quite scary really, isn't it? However, the latest instalment is a Ford Mondeo, the 1998 Ford Mondeo. Doesn't have the V6 in it though, unfortunately. However, I still think it looks awesome and it goes like stink. Is that a Chaser? That is a Chaser. We've got a Civic next to us. Now this is another car where when you change the colour, it just changes the windscreen banner. Doesn't look completely like the touring car. It's probably one of the least accurate ones. The livery is pretty spot on though, if I'm honest with you. But the back of it just, I don't know, doesn't quite sit right. Still, touring car racing is some of the best kind of racing. That little Jack Civic is really fast. It was great in the last one as well. Now while we go up the gears quite quickly and this car is fast, it doesn't really top out very well. It's got full racing gearbox in it, so it does change up nicely. However, it's not so acquainted with top speed. Goes well though, this. I mean, we're decimating everyone else. Whoa, it's eager, I tell you. It's eager, this thing. Yeah, it tops out like 120 mile an hour though, so we're not going to really use it for much, I don't think. However, the handling of it is phenomenal. We will drive the Laguna in the next one, and then I do have a plan for the last one. We're not actually going to use all of the Super Tourers during this series. I realise that we've used the Nissan for 2 of them, but we're not going to get a chance to use all of them in one race each. So we will come back to this championship, and when we buy the remaining few, we will use them in these races just as maybe a one-off, as a bit of fun. We'll see. Whoa. Jesus. Big moment. Who's behind us? Still the Civic, then the Primera. What is happening there? Excuse me. Now that, funnily enough, right there, is a car on the list. The Honda Civic Racing Modified Jack's Civic. Funnily enough, one of my mates called Jack used to have one. I think he still does have one. Oh. The Mondeo needs to get a move on here and get on with it. And stop topping out. Big send by Will Hoy, it would have been. I think it was Colin Baird or Craig Baird that was his teammate in 1998. He wouldn't have wanted me as his teammate in 98. Look at me. Hello. Maybe he did. Way up. No, maybe not. Oh, God, that was a clout. That was a horrible noise. Around the outside. Get stuffed. Wasn't even looking. I was looking at my viewers. My beautiful viewers. Of which there are 3. You. Bastard. You absolute I can't believe you've done that, you bastard. Oh, jammy. Oh, I'm not having that. Still, looks sick though, doesn't it? Right, no mucking about this time. The Jack Civic returns. There's 2 Primeras. There's an Accord and the ePSXe thing. I keep changing camera automatically, but I've changed it to default to the chase cam now. There goes the Accord backwards. It's crazy to think that the Civic is the one that's the car to beat. But they are quick. That was nice. Big sideways slide by the Mondeo. Gears are very, very short in this car. Let's try and move on the Nissan. That was awful. That was an awful move, Chaz. What are you doing? Who's behind me? Okay, so it's the Toyota ePSXe. Oh, sorry. Oh, the Mondeo grip round there is amazing. Ah, I keep changing down to 3rd there. I don't know why. Whoa. Ah, cut the corner way too much there. Makes the Primera look very small, doesn't it? This big bulgy Mondeo. Well, that was a mess. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's not fair, is it, really? That's supposed to be me doing that. That's a you, AI. Oh, God, I didn't mean to do that. Where's the Civic in all of this? I don't dare look behind me. Come on. It's great racing. It's great racing in a car like the Ford that hasn't actually got that much more power than what's around it. Down the inside, lead on him. Why can't all racing games be like this? You know, the cars don't go spinning at you when they hit each other. It's not realistic, but it means that the racing's great. Wish there was something on this sort of level that I could play with like a few friends where the racing is like that. I know you're all going to say Gran Turismo Sport or Gran Turismo 7, but it's not like that at all. I mean something a lot more casual like this. Just need a gap into the last corner so we don't get nailed out of the way again. Nice. Lovely stuff, Mondeo. GG. GG. Yeah. You wiggle. My money don't wiggle. It wins. Cheers, boys. See, for that one, the camera's like on the floor, and I don't know why. Anyway, another win. Another bunch of money. And another car, which is always nice. Right then, one more car to obtain. And here's a little hint. See if you can remember this before we actually show it on screen. But we already own this car. Okay, so this race is at Deep Forest Raceway, and it's not the final race, actually. So we've got this one and one more to do. So there is going to be another car that we have to get for this championship. So here we go. It's the Vectra. Remember it? We've got our teammate in front of us. Now, the exhaust on the back looks horrendous, but still, this car is actually down on power compared to the rest of the cars in this race. So this should be actually quite a lot of fun because it's going to be more of a challenge that way. But how cool does it look? These are all cars from the British Touring Car Championship on our screen as well. We've got the Accord, the Laguna, another Vectra, Primera. Hey up. And of course the Peugeot at the back. Oh, it's typical touring cars. Look at it. It's a bit of weird stuff going on where it shows the wheel through the car like it did with the RX-7 a while ago, but I can live with it. Can't live with that though. Whoa. That Primera at the front is gone. God, this will be much faster than the Mondeo in a straight line. Mondeo topped out 120. Don't. Oh, hit the Primera. Oh, well, that sucks. Over the hill into the sunset. What's happening behind us? Much? No, not really. I think it's our teammate next up. Well, we're in the lead. That happened very suddenly out of nowhere. Oh, Lord. I've suddenly forgotten how to drive. I think this is a V6, this Vectra. It's a bit of a shame that there wasn't a touring car version with the V6 in it. It was the 4-cylinder engine that went in most of the touring cars back then. Oh my God. I know the Mondeos had V6s. The MG ZS very famously had a V6 in 2001 onwards. But this is going well at the moment, this one. The Vectra handles really well. And considering it's down on power, It is not too shabby. That was good through there. That felt really fast. So, we've gapped them. And we're on the final lap of the race now. And you'll remember a while ago, driving on this circuit in the Vectra, I was hinting at a bunch of cars that were on the list, this list, that you had to get certain versions of to make it work. Well, that'll be these for the Super Tourers. We're going to buy one more after this, and then hopefully we'll have the complete collection before long. Oh, that was great round there. Wow. Nice and tidy, Chaz. Nice and tidy. Channeling my inner Ivan Muller, Jason Plato, Vincent Rademacher, John Cleland. I saw Ivan on the weekend. He didn't see me, though. And neither did the opponents. Well, we were gone, weren't we? A win for the Vectra. Great stuff. A convincing win for the Vectra as well. 2 of them on the podium. Oh, it's so cool, this championship. Well, we've still got plenty of money, haven't we? So now it's the final race of the Super Touring Car Cup, and we have just bought and modified the final one on the list. There is still one that we don't own, which is the Accord, and that is going to be the last one we buy later down the line. I thought that we already had the right Accord for it, but it turns out the one we had was the Mugen Accord, and you cannot modify it, so we'd need to buy a whole different car for that. So I went for the only other one that we don't have yet, and it is the Peugeot 406. There's 2 of them in the field. Sounds like it revs very low. It's the least powerful one we've got. Actually, no, it's not, sorry. The least powerful one we've got is the Vectra that we just drove. This is just over 300 horsepower, but I think it's a lot heavier. Doesn't sound that convincing, does it? Doesn't look very convincing so far either. It doesn't look the best. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, room for a small one. God, it feels heavy. Feels very heavy in how it handles. Doesn't feel like a race car like the others did. It looks big as well, doesn't it, on your screen? This could be a challenge, this race. Oh. There's some of that weird contact that we've seen before. I'm really put off by the noise of this thing. Oh, God. Save it. Go on, Tim Harvey. There's Radicic up in the lead. Ahead of, I think that's one of the Accords, isn't it? Black, red, and... either the black, red, and green or the black, red, and blue Accord. Hey, this thing's fast in a straight line, though. Look at that. Wow, this thing is fast in a straight line. It's the black, red and blue Accord this time round. Bye-bye. Peugeots 1 and 2. Yes. I mean, oui. Oh, wrong gear. Still, we'll take that as a first lap. Oh, I was hoping that'd be flat. Clearly not. I'm sorry. Go on, round the outside. Go on. Yeah, race lead. This isn't my favourite one. If I'm honest with you, it's not my favourite. It feels sluggish because of the low revs and the really deep noise it makes. It feels like that adds to the weight of the car in a really strange way. It doesn't feel like it properly handles. It feels stiff and boxy. It's got this really sharp, square edge to it in terms of how it looks, and it's sort of, I don't know, it's got this weird placebo-like effect on how the car is to drive. One more lap to go here at Rome, and then that'll be it for the championship, which would be a shame, but it's progress. And we are making it. And at the end of the day, it's ticking a bunch of cars off the list in these last couple of episodes. That's nice, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Very nice. This has gone really well, this one. A couple more corners left to go. And I think we'll be fine and dandy. They're a lot easier to drive, these cars, because they're front-wheel drive, and we put all the bits on them to make them into proper racing cars. And that'll be that for the Super Touring Car Cup. Well, what a little journey it's been. The Peugeot 406 wins at Rome, and I'd say that was a job well done. Let's just have one more look at some of these beautiful Super Tourers. We might come back to them at another point though, but what a really, really cool series. So 15,000 more credits puts us back over 600 grand. We've spent £1 million. We have spent 1 million credits. Oof. That's going to take a minute to sink in, I think. Anyway, it's that usual part of the episode where we go back and look at what cars we've won. So let's see what's been added to the list. Okay. So 2 of the same car. Wait, a 3000 GT. Oh, wow. Wow. So that's like a special Supra. What colour is the other one? Is that grey as well? Are they both grey? Yeah, they're both the same grey, aren't they? Not an enormous fan, to be honest with you. I like the 2000 GT, so that's going. We already had one of these, and I don't like that either, so that's going. And we're going to get rid of that one as well, because that means that we've got all of our Super Tourers that we've had in this sort of part anyway. These few episodes all together there in a list. We never drove the Laguna. We probably should have driven that in another episode. Didn't we say we were going to do that? Oh, for f***'s sake, Chaz. Anyway, that is all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Wait to see what we're going to be doing next time. It's going to get very, very interesting all of a sudden. But once again, I will see you in the next episode.